This is my best guess for how the pyramids were built. If you imagine this as your quarry, and then you cut out your square, and then you got your little area here that you'd block off and fill with water, and you'd have a canal running back to the pyramids. So you'd quarry, you'd float, and then move, and then you'd have a separate underground aqueduct like canal, and you drop the block, it sinks, you create water flow that you would cycle back to the river inevitably, but that flow would pull the stone that has been sort of balanced in buoyancy between its mass, and just enough that it'll sink, but you can still kind of move it. So as water flows, this is then closed off, and then drains out, and this is closed off too. Get to that in a bit. But then the workers would go back down and turn them back into the buoyant rock, so that it can float up this canal inevitably. As this is closed off, this can be refilled, and all they'd have to do is lay your casing stones and create a pool at every layer to rise and rise and rise. And so then you just, you'd seal that off to prevent this from dropping down after you empty this chamber. And so that would prevent this liquid from escaping. And then as you seal that and refill this chamber, the rocks are going to buoyantly float up. This is released, and then they can flow back up to the new perch here, new layer pool. And then they would just push them into place, and the designers would build it in reverse, layer upon layer, and how the cavities and what stones would be shaped specific ways to allow for the Grand Gallery or anything. But this is my best conclusion of how the pyramid could have been built with a really crude drawing. This was some stupid idea for if they used boats. You put a boat on, the boat would lift it one at a time. But